By the grace of God, and it is only by the grace of God that we are here standing tonight. We give Him all the glory and all the praise. He's so worthy. He's been so faithful to us. And He answers prayers. There's power in prayer. If you don't believe in the power of prayer, you have come to the wrong place. I'm here to tell you that I'm standing before you tonight because of the power of prayer. Because people have touched the throne room on my behalf. The hand of the Lord has touched me and touched Mike. And it was absolutely just a day that we will never forget. If you see the bus pictures, I'm sure maybe some of you have, it doesn't even make sense that no one was killed. And no one is not going to be able to recover from what happened that day. It absolutely ripped that bus apart. All three of our children were on that bus that day. We have 3 daughters. They were all there. Mike was airlifted from the scene. He suffered a fractured skull and bleeding on his brain. Caitlin, our middle daughter, who was 6, just turned 7 recently. She had a laceration from here to here. It didn't get her eye, but they put her in the ambulance with me. We were going to go at the same time and go together. And I'll never forget, as soon as they laid her down, she was just bleeding profusely. And she kept saying, "Mommy, am I going to be okay?" And as a mom, I knew the only thing to say was absolutely, "Caitlin, yes, you're going to be okay." But I remember wondering myself if she was really going to be okay. And as soon as they laid her in the stretcher next to me and they put her in the ambulance, I remember the paramedic, the sweet lady, she said her blood pressure has just dropped severely. "I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to put her in the helicopter." It was the scariest moment I have ever been through in my whole life. And I hated to see her leave me. But, you know, when you serve God and you are a child of God, I knew that even though I couldn't go with her, I knew that God could go with her. And I was trusting that God would go with her and take care of her. It was amazing that we've all recovered. I've suffered a L1 vertebrae compression at my L1 bone in my back burst. And they told me that they would later say that it was just a miracle that none of the fragments of my bone went to my spinal cord because it could have paralyzed me. I'm very thankful. I jokingly say I'm not wearing heels tonight, but someday I believe I'm going to be wearing high heels again. I'm not sure, but even if I don't, you won't hear me complaining because God is good. And we had to move in with my mom, and our whole world was turned upside down. Couldn't take care of our kids. I looked over and there he was. I was in the hospital bed. He was in bed. He didn't even hardly know his name, and I couldn't even get out of bed by myself. And I thought, well, boy, we're quite a pair, aren't we? But I'm thankful for family like I've got. So many wonderful family members that came and helped us. And I'm more thankful that I serve a God that says, "I will never leave you nor forsake you, but I will be with you until the end." I'm glad that we serve a God that even on the rainy days, His presence can still be known. You can be going through the hardest, most difficult trial of your life, and the presence of God can still be real to you. I'm glad that on the mountaintops He said He would be our God. I'm thankful that in the valleys He said He would be our God. If it had not been for God and knowing that He was on my side, if it had not been for scriptures like "If God be for us, who can be against us?" I wouldn't be standing here before you tonight, because there were nights that I thought fear would get the best of me. And there were nights that I thought the pain would get the best of me. And there were nights that I worried myself so much the sun would be coming up and I could not get a wink of sleep. But you know what? God can pull you through anything. God can strengthen you and let you survive anything. And until God says something's over, guess what? The devil can't stop it. And the devil can't stop you. And he can't kill you. Until God says you're done, nobody can stop you. If God has a plan for your life, you have nothing to fear. But you just need to know that He is on your side. And you can make it through whatever you're facing tonight. If there's anything that I hope comes from what we went through, it's that God still performs miracles. Some of you need a miracle here tonight. Don't you dare give up on the God that we serve. For He is alive, and He is well, and He is able tonight. Don't you give up on hope, and don't you give up on your faith. Your miracle might be waiting for you tonight. Amen? This has been our theme song, and we stand beside this song tonight, and I pray that it blesses you. You see the puzzle, not the piece. You see the full
Lord.